I am ready.
I'm ready. No, there is no way in hell I will ever do that.
I think you should do it.
I will not.
And there's Dawson City again. As we come down to the ferry crossing.
Cool.
Wow. They squeeze them on, don't they?
Yep. And we're about to get on that to cross the Yukon River into Dawson City. Oh my. Well, that's what we're about to do, for heaven's sake. Huh. There we go.
That's crazy. I mean, they're literally going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
So put the center of your thing on him.
I'm gonna hit that bump hard.
Which bump?
The bump to get on here.
Oh, well, that's all right. You got room on the right, so get over.
Hold on. He's telling me what to do.
Straight. You good?
It looked like it.
I mean, nobody's going anywhere right now. You can open your window though and get some video. I don't know what I took.
Is it on?
It's running, I think. You should look.
Yeah.
And if you look out film our rearview mirror, you can see our
how close we are.
Well, not that one, the electronic one. They're gonna put one more thing behind us.
Boy, they are good at this, aren't they?
Yep.
Wow.
See, that's what I was looking for, was that
stop, yeah. How are we on the front?
Hold on.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
I'll be last off, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. What'd you think, Wally? You going for a bite? Boat ride? Yeah. You're on a boat.
Yeah, right here.
Wow, that was somewhat uncomfortable.
If you hear me say stop, then stop.
Okay. Do you want me to go now? Okay.
This is when the lift kit comes in handy.
Yeah.
You're clear on my side in terms of the...
Stop! Stop! Stay there!
Are you getting this?
I don't know.
Thank you! Wow, I got the thumbs up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well done. You just have to listen. That's all you have to do. All right. We have made it into Dawson City.
Here we are. That's Alaska dirty. Yep. Can't even see anything on the back of their camper.
Hello everyone, my name is Haley. I'm a heritage interpreter for Parks Canada. We're taking you on the tour of the Dredge in Bonanza Creek. Now, the team that found it there, they said they seen the gold sprinkled in the creek thick as cheese.
Oh, wow.
Lots of the gold we have is quite a ways in the ground. So it's called placer gold. We still have quite a few active gold mines. That's that nice hum in the background is a current placer mine operation. all placer mine, all placer gold really describes is the gravel at your feet. The gold is just freely distributed with it. So it can actually be fairly easily accessible, kind of separated from gravel using some water. In this northern climate, this placer gold, generally speaking, the further in the ground you go, the more gold you will hopefully find. But a big challenge for that is the permafrost here. But you dig a couple feet into the ground, you're gonna hit a concrete layer of solid ice. Very challenging to get a shovel through solid ice trying to reach this placer gold. So your first step when you came out to your little claim, only about 500 feet long, you light a wood fire and begin a very slow process of thawing that permafrost, shoveling away what you've thawed, light another fire. Over time, you've actually got a nice mine shaft, a nice hole down to where this gold lies. This is the largest one that was operating in the Klondike, largest wooden hull dredge in all of North America. How this one works, at the very basis level of what a dredge is, it's just a boat. So you've got the wooden hull, it is floating in its own little pond of water. So this is a little different, it's not on a river or a canal or even a lake, it's just a very small pond. It's digging on the front end here, so you've got this large digging ladder. You've got 66 buckets attached to it. You can see a few of the buckets here, and the entire bucket line of 66 is at the far end of the parking lot. Now all of those buckets are rotating on the digging ladder, scooping up all of this gold-bearing gravel, and then bringing it inside the dredge. So that gold-bearing gravel is dropped inside a large funnel called a hopper, and that lets the gravel roll into the trommel. So this is that first set of that sluicing process, adding water into the system. And then this drum, it actually spins around. It's got different size holes in it. All it's doing is separating the small stuff from the large stuff. This placer gold is really small up here, and this was designed to capture the really fine trace amounts of the fine placer gold. So it dropped through the holes in the trommel into the sluice runs below, and the sluice runs have more water being added to the system, separating the light stuff from the heavy stuff. So the gold being quite heavy, this is where it's gonna end up staying, and all that lighter material is gonna get washed away with the water back into the pond actually. With those larger rocks that don't fit through the trommel, they just get a nice wash, end up rolling out, and they land on the stacker belt, which you might be able to see just coming off the back end of the dredge. That's what's emptying out all of that unwanted gravel, no gold in it hopefully, and that's what's creating those large rock piles.
So now we're on a boat.
If you can imagine this floating, that's the hard part about it. It's about 3,000 tons with no gravel, no gold on board, so.
Wow.
But you look at some of the scale, especially throughout the tour today, everything is very supersized, even down to the timbers that you see. Everything is just as large as it can be. Purchased dredge number 4 in 1912 from the Marion Steam Shovel Company all the way in Ohio for $475,000. That was money back then, and the rumor goes that it paid for itself within 1 year of operation up here.
Wow.
Now by this time, the YCGC company has taken over all of the dredges. They had 10 dredges in operation, but in that summer of 1939, dredge number 4 provided the company with a third of its complete revenue. By the 50s, later 50s and 60s, things were starting to change in the world. Inflation was going up, price of gold was not, so things were really slowing down. So by 1959, when this dredge actually ended up stopped working, workers on board in that, in the fall, they just kind of put their tools down, left dredge number 4. We're gonna come back in the spring of 1960, but there's a large water reservoir called the Bonanza Dam just a few kilometers up the street, up the road. That burst in 1960, and all of that water rushed down, hit dredge number 4. That cable that is snapped back there was snapped due to that water hitting dredge 4. Turned the entire thing 180 degrees, took on all of that water, and it sank in that pond just out here.
Of course, the buckets are all off. Look at the chain in the front.
Yes, isn't that amazing?
And there's a great picture of one of them in operation. That's quite a bucket line.
Yep. Why you don't build on permafrost. How most houses are built now. It might be. Where I brought groceries this morning.
In the 1920s, rum runner Louis Lincoln lost his toe to frostbite and stashed it in a jar of moonshine. It was lost until the 1970s when Captain Dick Stevenson found it and decided to make the toe into a cocktail club. The original toe is gone, but they've been through several others over the years. You can go look up lots more details on Google. But today, if you go to the Sourdough Saloon in the Yukon Territory, you can drink the shot of whiskey, touch the toe with your lips, and join the club, if you don't wimp out. It's like tea time, but it's toe time.
Showtime. Okay, Mike, are you ready?
I am ready.
Paparazzi ready?
I'm ready.
Double barrel here.
Yes.
You can drink it fast. You can drink it slow. But your lips must touch this gnarly toe. Just two lips. No teeth. No tongue. No tongue. Sponge.
All right. Cheers.
You got her. You see evidence you fall?
Oh my God.
Cheers.
You got her. You see evidence you fall?
Oh my God. I'm
You're not at 99 or...
No, there is no way in hell I will ever do that.
I think you should do it.
I will not. I will not. Show us your certificate.
Oh.
All right. Yuck. Mike did it. Good for you, Mike.
You know what? You should do it.
I will not do it. Used up.
There we go. So I'm not yet ill.
I may be.
It's funny though, they said don't eat the toe because it's a $2,500 fine and you literally could be charged with cannibalism.
Oh, gross.
But what you can do, and I got this advice from somebody there, is if you're gonna do it and your wife won't, make her kiss you afterwards. No? I'm not the French.
Roll Tide? Okay. Prehistoric Roll Tide.